Juggalos and juggalettes, how's it going? It's your boy Ferbs here again. So I'm here today to talk about something that actually changed my life from being the dorky little kid in school to being the dorky little kid in school that liked ICP. Oh! Oh! Nope. Ow. Sorry about that, guys. Here lately, 11-year-old me has been coming back madder than hell. Because that's when I heard from ICP. Occasionally, 11-year-old me gets pissed off because 11-year-old me was listening to Hanson and Spice Girls and... Good God, the memories, no. Anywho, all joking aside, that kind of hurt. Fuck you, 11-year-old me. But when ICP came into my life, it was at a point when a lot of things were going wrong. I wasn't getting along with my parents. I was doing great in school, but I was actually trying to stay in school and figure out ways to get detention so that way I would not have to go home. I'd rather stay in school and do classwork or do extra work around the school or something like that. It was much better at that point than going home for me. The only bright side of everything was every holiday, every weekend, every summer vacation, I got to go and spend time with my brother Todd. And my brother Todd was the only person that would let me listen to whatever music I wanted to. And he would introduce me to all these different genres of music, and the one thing that he introduced me to that stuck with me completely, and I will listen to it till I'm 80 years old in a nursing home, and Violent J and Shaggy are sitting beside me getting blowjobs from the young nurses. But when ICP came in, the first album I ever heard was Carnival of Carnage. And I was hooked. I would listen to Carnival of Carnage. I watched, what's the name of the movie? Well, let's see. I watched Twisted Behind the Freak Show. I watched Shockumentary Volume 1. I watched Big Money Hustlers. I watched all the stuff that probably 11-year-old me shouldn't have been watching. But it drew me in. Even when people were sitting there talking about ICP was the devil, and God, back then, I remember my older brother, he let me borrow Dark Lotus, the original one. He let me borrow it, and I listened to it on my stereo on volume 2, with my head pushed up against the speaker so that way my mom wouldn't hear it. And somehow, she had like freaking superpower eagle ears. She heard it. She busted the door in, popped open the CD player, took the CD, threw it across the wall. It shattered. I screamed at her for the first time in my life. That was my brother Todd's CD. Why would you do that? No! When in reality, I was just mad because I'd only gotten through the first song. But after that, I learned ways to figure out how to listen to it. I learned how to burn CDs and label them stupid things like, oh, no, Mama, this Dark Lotus, no, this is Eric Clapton. Tunnel of Love? I've never heard of that song. Or that song. Is it a song? Is it a CD? What is it? Oh, no, this is not an ICP album. This is Elton John's greatest hits. But, again, on a serious note, I went through a rough childhood, but listening to her music and actually seeing the hidden messages behind it and just getting involved in Juggalo culture, and I found so many friends, so many people that were welcoming, so many people that just immediately we clicked. You don't find that with any other band. I don't care what the band's name is. It could be the Beatles, it could be Ozzy. I mean, I love all those bands, or both those bands. I love Black Sabbath. I'm a metalhead just as much as I'm a Juggalo. But there's never been a concert that I've been to that everybody was friends. There was no... If you go to a Juggalo concert, the only time there's an actual fight is when there's a non-Juggalo involved. I heard about a horror story one time. It was in, I believe, it was at Hooligan, Jacksonville, North Carolina. ICP was having a show, and I was way too young to go. I was like maybe 13 years old. But there was a Marine there, and he decided he wanted to start a mosh pit, so he started picking up people, and I mean, apparently this guy was freaking huge, because he was picking people up, throwing them across tables, busting things open. That's not a Juggalo. That's just a douche. I love the Marine. I love the military forces, don't get me wrong, but sometimes every military unit has that douche in it that ruins the fun for everybody, because at that point, the show had to be closed down. That was it. Now, granted, I wasn't there. This is just information that I got from my brother Todd, who happened to go. Now, the strange thing is, my brother Todd went through different phases in his life. He would be listening to rap one moment, then he'd be listening to country, then he would go listen to metal, then he would listen to ICP, and then he would, at one point in time, go Christian, and he would get rid of everything he had. But I fought tooth and nail and made sure every single time he went through these phases that I got to at least keep all the shirts. Even though he was a triple X and I weighed 115 pounds, I knew that if he tossed those shirts away, because he had spent a good $2-3 grand on them, he had a lot of shirts, I knew he would be very, very disappointed in himself, and it would just be more money he would end up spending to go buy more. Well, fast forward to getting out of that his house, I joined the military. I listened to ICP every single freaking day. I had no friends when I left North Carolina. I didn't know anybody. I'd never been out of state. As soon as I got to basic training and there was time to where the drill sergeants weren't yelling at us and people started getting to talk, I started finding people that listened to ICP. I started finding juggalos that joined the military and were in the same situation as me, and we became close. Even when I got out of basic training, I remember one night I was walking down the street wearing an ICP t-shirt, chain or trip pants, big ass combat boots. I had freaking face paint on. I get stopped, and since I just got out of basic training, I immediately went to parade rest and was like, huh? Turns out it was my buddy, a guy named Merlin, and my friend Kayla. We connected. We were tight, all of us. We liked ICP. We connected on so many other things, and through them I found out there was a whole entire Juggalo freaking group that was on Fort Bliss, Texas. And I got welcomed into the family. Got out of there, came back home. Took a while, but I found more people that were in ICP. I found out that my little brother loved ICP. I got back in connection with my older brother Todd. And it was like, as soon as we got back together, it was like, you never stopped talking. Even if you did stop talking, you were still there because you were part of the family. And people down ICP, people say ICP is a bad band, they're never going to make it. Sharon Osbourne said they were never going to make it. It's 2016. If I started listening to them when I was 11, I'm 29 now. That's 18 years that I've been listening to them, and they've been a lot longer than that. They're never going to go away. The wicked clowns will never die. People will hate them. Got a couple haters. Couple haters in the room. Bada boom. Realest guy in the room. But, in short, ICP was a very, very, very important part of my life. Still is to this day. I love the work they do. I love the new music that's coming out. If you haven't heard it, check out Young Wicked. He's half of the rap duo Axe Murder Boys. Check out the new Twisted songs. Also check out the new ICP, Falling Apart. And there's also one, I'm not sure what the name of it is, but Young Wicked is also singing in it. Check out Big Money Wrestlers if you haven't seen it. If you're new to ICP, There's no certain CD that you need to listen to be introduced to it. Pick any CD. Even Magnets, as funny of a song as it was and as much joking as it gets, Magnets was an amazing song if you actually listen to the message. But anyway, that's all for now. I'll be back next week. Well, actually, a little bit more news. Because of the fact that I've been gone for a month, I am currently trying to do a week's worth of videos in a night. Might take until tomorrow for them all to upload, but I'm going to get them all and go ahead. I'm going to put them all up so that way we can get that week taken care of. And this upcoming week, I'm going to be doing the same thing each day. I'm going to be putting out a video. It could be a vlog. I've already told you the schedule. There might be an extra vlog every now and again. But if you have any ideas, if there's any bands you would like me to review, or wrestlers you would like me to review, or if there's a game you would like me to play, or just a funny skit or something that you might like to see me do, or if you have any advice on how my face paint should go, or how I can better do this face paint, or if you have any idea where I can get some actual grease paint, because this is Walmart brand crap. Anyways, much clown love. Peace out.